So your organization had a large role in helping to get the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act passed. And so I know that there's also some concern now about the Employee Wellness Program Act. So what are these concerns? What does this mean for patients if this other act is passed?
Okay, so first and foremost, the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act is also known as GINA, so I'm going to call it GINA from this point forward. GINA was passed to protect people from discrimination in health insurance and employment based on genetic predisposition to disease. And that law is supposed to make it illegal to use any information about your family health history or your genetic status to make decisions regarding your healthcare coverage or your employment. And the law is a good thing. It provides comfort to people who go through genetic counseling and testing, or people who just have a strong family history. The law has some gaps. It does not cover life insurance or disability insurance or long-term care insurance, and that is a problem because an individual with a genetic mutation, for instance, or strong family history could be denied life insurance. And so that's something we are working towards closing that gap, and we strive to make the law stronger. Unfortunately, some things have happened in recent years that are threatening to undermine that law. And it falls under the Affordable Care Act, and it sounded like something rather innocuous when it was passed. Employers and Congress felt that encouraging employees to participate in wellness programs was a good thing, and obviously wellness programs can be a good thing, but the employers were frustrated that many employees were not participating. So Congress decided to enable incentives to encourage employees to participate. And these incentives will take the form, in some cases, of penalties. So they decided that employers could incentivize an employee up to 30% of their insurance premium to participate or not participate in a wellness program. What this ultimately could translate to for an employee is the average employee pays about $6,000 a year for health insurance. If an employee does not want to participate in a health risk assessment, for instance, or a biometric screening, and they just say, nope, not interested, their employer has the right to penalize them up to $2,000, which is about 30% of their health insurance premium, for refusing to participate. That is a big concern. And so ultimately what happened was there was a disconnect between the Affordable Care Act and the encouragement there and the Americans with Disability Act and the GINA law. So the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has initiated proposed rules that will in fact allow these penalties to be implemented. The ADA comment deadline has already passed. The GINA comment deadline was just extended 30 days into late January, which is a positive thing because it gives us more time to evaluate the situation. But we are extremely concerned about this because it threatens to undermine the security that people have, that information, that health information is not going to be falling into the wrong hands. Many of these wellness programs are run by third-party vendors who are not bound by the same privacy and protection laws as employers and healthcare providers. So the information provided could end up in the wrong place. The other thing they're looking at for GINA is to expand the potential incentives, which again could take the form of penalties, to one's spouse. So if the spouse does not want to answer questions about family health history or genetic status, they can extend the penalty to the entire family's health plan, which is about $18,000 a year. So a third of that would be approximately $6,000. It's a complicated issue, but we're very concerned about it, and it flies in the face of personalized medicine and the whole precision medicine initiative because it basically de-incentivizes people from exploring family health history and genetics. So we're working on it as an organization with a whole coalition of groups, and you'll see updates on our website as the issue moves forward.